fucking suffer.
Hey, what do you know? It's Shinedown, if you only knew, on 97.5 The Blaze. I'm Big Rog, joined in studio right now by a very special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Orianthi.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good.
You're working your ass off these days, aren't you?
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy for this past few, I think like 3 weeks. We've been on this sort of press tour around the country. I get to see more of America, which is awesome.
Right.
And yeah, so the record's come out, Believe, and I'm super proud of it. Been working on it for about 2.5 years.
Let's give people just a little bit of a primer on you.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to make you play, because you got a really nice custom 24 in your hand, but we're going to make you work.
Cool, totally.
So you started playing guitar very early on.
Yes, about 6.
About 6 years old. Age 15.
Yeah.
Steve Vai comes along?
Yeah, well, that was my first ever support in Adelaide, Australia, was opening for Steve Vai, and I was so nervous because it was my first support, and I had this backing tape that I put on. I didn't have a band with me, and I got up.
It was just you?
Just me.
Holy crap.
And I was so nervous, and, you know, a lot of guys in the audience had their arms folded, like, what the hell?
Right, right.
And, you know, I just started playing a couple of songs, and then Steve came on afterwards. Steve was actually watching me at the side of the stage.
Sure.
And then he came on afterwards, and I was just blown away. He came out with his like miner's light on his head and lasers on his fingers, and just all this
He's got a crazy
shredding.
show. Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, there's no way that I would have opened for him after seeing that.
Right.
You know, I'd have been like,
so you hadn't seen the show before.
I
You
hadn't
had no
seen the
idea
show
what you were
before.
getting
No,
into.
I mean I'd heard of him and I read interviews, but I hadn't heard a lot of his music. You know, and but then, you know, I just became an instant, like, huge fan. It was one of my idols. So there's, like, Carlos Santana was the reason why I picked up electric guitar.
Right,
11.
Santana.
Yeah, Santana, and then Steve Vai has been a huge influence on me as well. So both of those guitar players, and it's awesome to call them both friends now. You know,
Wow.
It's pretty insane. Like, every time I'm in their presence, I'm just like, you know, like,
better.
bow to them.
You
Yeah,
better
they're
be.
awesome. They're so amazing.
So you've got some other names on your resume here as well. Eric Clapton, Prince, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like 24.
24.
I'm so there's a part of me, I've been playing guitar for 20 years, I'm never going to be as good as you are. Never have been as good as you are. So there's that part of me that hates your guts.
Wow.
Because you're so effing good. You're so freaking good, I hate you.
You know, I just keep on wanting to learn more. You know, I just love playing guitar.
It's your thing.
It's, you know, it's not an easy instrument to play, but it's like, for me, every day it's different, you know, because your hands, you know, every time you're going to go into a different place, whether it's cold or it's warm, and I hate it when it's freezing and I have to play guitar. That's like the
Welcome
worst.
to Utah. Great, great.
You know, I'm always running my hands into hot water or something. And, but, you know, it's like, I just want to keep on learning, and it's a real honour for me to have played with Santana and with Steve Vai, and I actually wrote a song with him called Highly Strung on the record.
We played it this morning. People were digging it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it was so much fun and pretty surreal, actually, being, you know, in the studio with him, just writing and, you know, doing this talking and answering back thing where, you know, I would play and then he would play, and then we play together on the main part. And, you know, he's been really awesome and a huge support, and I actually toured with him for about 6 dates around the country.
I gotta know, did you do Highly Strung live? Was it really like a live guitar duel when you guys are recording it?
We actually
did you do some takes like that?
The guitars that you hear on the record are actually the demo guitars.
Really?
We kept them because of vibe.
Isn't that always the way, too?
Yeah, it's funny.
You do like 6 takes, you go back to the first one, you're like, yeah, can't beat it.
Because the vibe was there. You know, we recorded it together, we were in the same room, and then when you go to record the parts, like, you know, the chords and whatnot individually, and it just doesn't. It sounds very clinical. You know, it just
too clean.
Yeah, it's too precise, and like, you know, I just dig the vibe of it. And I love that track. I really do. So I hope to play it live one day with Steve. That would be really cool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Speaking of playing live, let's give people a little taste of what you can do.
All right.
Yeah! Woo! You guys.
Rocking out first thing in the morning. It's
yeah.
like, oh.
Welcome to my world.
So good.
Well, you've got an album in stores now, right?
Yeah, Believe. Yeah, Believe is out, and I'm super proud of the record. It's kind of got an 80s now vibe to it.
Really?
There's guitar solos in every track.
Yeah!
And,
how is that going to work? How do you think? Because, you know, pop and technical talent usually don't go together.
I love commercial music. You know, I'm a big pop fan, and and my iPod is really diverse. You know, I have like Fire Garden to you know, Usher to Rascal Flatts. You know, so if anyone was to find my iPod, they'd probably think I'm really crazy.
Yeah, I kind of do already. You've dropped
Yeah,
that.
well, you know, I'm a big country fan as well, and I just love, I just love playing the guitar. I'm a guitar head, so trying to make a record that's really commercial, so definitely focusing in on the songs to make sure the songs are the best they can be, chorus-wise and everything, and they're catchy. And then adding the guitars to it to just beef it up and rockify them and
rockify. Rockification.
Yeah, right. So we had a lot of fun in the studio, and Howard Benson loves guitars, so it was a good match. Him producing the record, it was awesome.
Well, let's give people a little taste. Track 2 on the CD called "Believe" is "Suffocated." Here it is on the Blaze.